You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hi, I'm Liam Hooper.
And I'm Peterson Toscano. Together, we co-host the Bible Bash podcast.
The Bible Bash podcast is a monthly podcast where Peterson, a quirky queer Quaker and Northern belle,
and Liam, a trans Bible scholar and Southern gentleman,
get together to examine biblical texts, looking for the characters and situations you don't often hear about.
Each month, we look into a different ancient story. We're curious to find insights into our own queer lives. We discuss these and share our findings with you.
You can find the Bible Bash podcast on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. New episodes come out at the end of each month.
Bible Bash podcast is part of the Rock Candy Network.
Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joey Reese, bigger than boot shop. Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles. Bring your grandma and your kids. I go downtown. Bring your grandma and your kids. Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle, get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids. Stay for the squids. Boots. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some booze inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some booze inside your hands. 1996, we start this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 28. We still want to give our thoughts and prayers out to Reese Roper, who is still dealing with family issues, and hopefully this week we are going to record again together. I just wanted to give him a little bit more buffer time, and he'll let you know what is going on. But today, it is going to be a reminiscing day, hopefully a laughing. We could get all serious again and be crying and just loving on each other.
People seem to like it.
Yeah, people do tend to gravitate towards it. But today, I have Michael Lloyd and Nate Sjogren, our guitar player and drummer for the Insiders. Nate's back. Mike's back. Mike, I've never called you Mike before. Michael, and he was on the Average Jerks. He runs a bar and all sorts of things going on. He'll bring us up to speed what's going on right off the rip. But Nate and Michael are here. You guys go ahead and say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to be back.
Nice to be here.
And tonight, when we first started the Pickle and Boot Shop, we would start off every episode by saying, "What are you drinking?" What are we drinking here tonight?
No, I'll let you do that, Michael.
Right now, we are drinking Diet Coke and American Liquor Company vodka.
And why are we drinking American Liquor Company vodka?
Because I do social media for this vodka that's 100% made in the Midwest.
Agave. Blue agave.
And Joe was like, "Oh, I'll grab some Tito's," and I said, "No, you won't." So
You said nay, young man. We're not going with Tito's. We are going. Is that a handcrafted bottle? Was that bottle
handcrafted in the Midwest
out of a solid block of glass?
Mm-hmm.
They do that. So if you guys are out there, you're looking for a good new vodka. I do have to say, put a lot of it in my Diet Coke, and there's no burn here going down.
You had a heavy pour.
I did. I like heavy pours, even when I don't feel it's a heavy pour, and then somebody's like, "Oh, let me try your drink," and they do the like, "Wow," type deal. I'm like, "Okay, come on, it's there's nothing in there." So, so we're all together, you guys. How's your Thanksgiving? How was your weekend? How was your whatever? We're recording on a rainy Sunday night here in Detroit. It's cold and wet, and it's apropos because we are in the Love Shack. And for those listeners of the show that might be familiar with the Average Jerks, we record here in the Love Shack. My friend John and Chelsea Love, they give us this mobile recording studio, which is their camper. And because of their fun lifestyle, we've nicknamed this place the Blacklight Delight. So, yeah. So you guys, welcome to the Blacklight Delight. There's a bed here. It's
delightful.
If at any point you guys want to jump in that sack, feel free. We got the heaters on, and we're just gonna get into catching up and what's going on with you. Nate, you had a show last night with your new band.
I did play a show last night.
Tell us about it.
So I haven't been on stage since 2015.
Because of COVID.
Wow. Well, I would say because of kids. We became a foster home in 2015. And I realized that I was not going to be able to do live music.
No?
And do that. Yeah. It was just too much.
Really?
Yeah. And so I took a break. And I kind of was like, well, I would only do live music again if it was something
Choreographed with puppets.
yeah. No, if it was something that challenged me musically, but also already existed.
Right.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I don't want to start anything. Like I just didn't have it.
Like
Zero
death
energy.
metal folk. Someone came to you and was like, I got this idea for this. You're like, no, I want to be in a hardcore band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm not. I don't want to. So I got invited to listen to 2 songs from a band that
Okay.
existed. They're called Buried Lights, and it's a number of kind of like veterans from the Detroit area that are all like hardcore emo guys.
Okay.
Bands that I like played with when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Eminem.
We got Eminem on keys.
And Eminem.
And
So it kind of piqued my interest, but I wanted to hear it.
So
first.
what bands?
Empathy is one of the main bands.
Okay.
A band called Transcend.
the Paper Sound.
Well, Paper Sound is who I represent. And actually, in Phil. They did not put X-Insiders on the debut flyer.
No.
No, which I think
I think they missed out.
I think they missed out because the people that
Morons.
came to support me actually were around during the Insiders. So, but it was a very interesting to be back on stage playing, and one song in, I was like, wow, I need to up my cardio. Like, it was. I made it.
You
I
were
made
sucking.
it. Yeah.
Now you're playing drums, right?
Playing drums.
Okay. Now,
But-
did you ever get rid of your kit?
I did.
So when the Insiders was done, I thought you said that. I thought you sold your kit.
I didn't. Well, I sold it around 2015. So we
Okay.
bought a house that had a pool, and I ended up selling my drum set as like a way to upkeep the pool, make upgrades.
I was like, what's the connection?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's the connection. Because I had a nice kit, and so then I went for
The Yamaha
years.
Maple Custom.
Oh yeah. Went for years without a kit, and actually once.
Did
once
you miss
COVID
it?
hit-
Like,
oh, absolutely.
Did you just miss sitting in the basement hitting them, or playing it at church, or what?
I think that no, I didn't miss playing at church because I've always kind of played at church whenever they ask. But I think that you develop a deep relationship with your instruments,
Yeah.
and so like even for this project that I'm doing right now, it reminds me of when I was in high school. You would like it a lot, Joe.
Yeah.
What about me?
But Michael, you have a weird taste in music, so I don't know if you'd like it. So I actually went and I bought a 1996 Pearl Session Series.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Like, so that's the kit that I bought
Like recently?
for,
For this
for
band?
this project.
Awesome.
Because in 1995 is when I was playing this music. You know?
Okay.
Like so, like it really
So
kind of
what's this
connected.
music like sound like? Is it like Weezer? Is it like
I would say that it is. Well, my son Rome was there last night with his girlfriend, and they were like, "Oh, we get it." So it's Sunny Day.
so you've been trying to explain it to him and it's falling nowhere.
Exactly.
Just
So
a
he was
fart
like,
in church.
He's like, "Oh, it's Sunny Day real estate if they went hardcore instead of went emo." And
so
I was like,
not Sunny Day at all.
I was like, "Oh, that sounds like a really good."
Yeah, you're like, yeah, we'll go with that.
descriptor.
We'll
Yeah,
go with
I
that.
like it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you name a bunch of bands that I like,
It's
you
like
say
the
that we
Oak Ridge
sound like-
Boys if they played electric instruments, all grew their hair
Yes.
long, and then sang
Yeah.
Slayer covers.
So, but I will be honest. I had anxiety
Yeah.
going into the show.
Sure.
I had anxiety that I made a bad choice with the drums. I had anxiety.
Oh.
Like I had.
Why is that?
Just, I think because.
Wouldn't that have been worked out in practice?
No, because the show's so different. I mean, and the one thing that was clear last night was that I need to invest in a rug. Because I was like sliding all over the stage. You know,
really?
oh yeah. I mean, like the first drop on the first beat.
Oh, dude.
I was like, oh no.
Just kids moving everywhere.
My kick drum was just
Inching
every hit,
out.
It was, and so then mentally it was like,
Rome, get up here. Sit here.
somebody get up here.
Get my son up here.
Climb in the bass drum.
Johnny did that.
Yeah.
Johnny would come. Johnny would come on stage. You know how much hearing he probably lost.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
trying to be like super helpful.
Yeah, he's screwed. He would do anything we asked. And what's like the running thing on this show is whenever Johnny's name comes up, he's always touching your hemorrhoid. He's always like holding the chip bag.
Yes.
He's always like, we were just like, Johnny, do this. And he was like, yes, sir. And he was like 15 years older than us. And we put him through the ringer.
Sit in front of my kick drum for the next 50 minutes.
Okay, if you need it, I'll do it. And he never was compensated for it. Like he should.
Not well.
Not well.
Not well, that's
we never went back and like really thanked him for that. And oh, it's awful.
We still could do. He's still around, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I was worried that
bless him.
I had missed something.
yeah, bless his soul.
You're like, oh, he was a good guy.
No, his wife, Christy, listens to the show.
Okay.
And she had sent me a message and she was like, oh, I was laughing about this. I remember John telling me about it. She's like, just so you know, John's mentioned he'll always come on the show. And I'm thinking like, I got to do a show
be
with
amazing.
Johnny on here. And
Smithers.
and just get him telling us, oh man, the stories with him. Just so he could tell his version
Oh yeah.
of being in the hotel
yeah.
room while Bo is thinking he's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And doing
With
all
his
that.
night terrors.
And you had a situation with Bo. I think
Yeah.
I told a story. You need to tell your situation. Your loving situation
sure.
with Bo. So
Well-
So explain.
Bo has night terrors. He still does, where he doesn't know if he's in a dream state or if he's awake, and it can last for a while, like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
until
my daughter
he
gets them.
finally like goes, oh, I'm awake.
Yeah.
And so he had an evening where he was really frustrated. I would say frustrated relationally and frustrated perhaps sexually.
Why? Why would anybody be frustrated?
Well,
sexually
he thought
in
that it
a
was
ska band.
I'm touring a Christian ska band. Where does the frustration come in?
Bo woke up. We'll put it in quotes. Woke up, and it was his wedding night, and he was wondering why his bed partner, who was me,
You had consummated COVID.
this is pre anything.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
So he wakes up and he's in like a night terror, and he's furious with me
Yeah.
because I'm not loving him the way that
Wasn't he
that
peeing?
would
He
like.
was going through this whole
That-
thing
I
while
mean,
he's like peeing.
Yeah, but
He had like gotten
not
up.
awake, but awake.
Yeah, gotten up. He's peeing and he's just seething in the
Yep.
bathroom while he's peeing, thinking,
Why
isn't
he loving me the way that
This
that it
sounds
should
like
be?
every Saturday night for me. Seething and peeing in the bathroom. Why isn't he loving me the way I should be loved?
So he decides he's gonna come back to bed and is gonna wake me up.
lay down the law?
Yeah,
Lay down
wake
the
me
law.
up and
Before you go
celebrate
to- yeah.
our.
Marriage.
Our marriage, yeah.
Consummate that.
Luckily, the rest of him woke up.
Yeah.
At some point between the bathroom and the bed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about any of it until the next day when he told me. That could have been a scary awakening.
I wish I hadn't heard that last part because I always tell the story that he gets in bed.
Oh,
and,
no.
like,
He
puts
might-
hands on
hey.
you, and you were like, "Bo."
He might
like, My
have.
story always ends with, "Bo, what are you doing?" And then he was like,
no, I mean that
I
could.
don't know."
I'll take that ending. That's a happy ending.
Yeah.
Ew, in the Love Shack.
Get it.
I
understand
think
that one.
I like that ending, and I could see that definitely
I mean, but
having been what
I will
happened.
say, so many stories that you will tell or even hearing stories that you were telling, it is funny how I remember certain things slightly different.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
And
Are you on here to clear everything up?
I'm here.
You just come up, me and him are laughing about something, and you just say, that never happened.
That never happened?
You just squash
That's a
everything.
liar.
Yeah, that didn't happen that way. No, I always say they're like fish stories. And if you're a young listener and don't know what that means, like you caught a fish that was, 6 inches, and then next time you tell it, it's 10 inches, and then it's 2 feet long. Yeah. Yeah. So those are the type of things that these stories just build up. It's the same thing with like Al Bundy, talking about throwing a football and beating Polk High, all that stuff. So these stories just go and go and go. Nate, last time we were together, or Michael, we were talking about other things. We weren't necessarily talking insiders history. What are funny stories that like you guys remember? What's stuff that you remember, crazy things that may have happened? Michael, you joined us like later, so we were bitter.
the wedding photos era.
Yeah, we got that picture. I hadn't seen that picture. You know what I'm talking about? No, the one
The
that
alley
somebody,
behind Caribou.
Yeah. Do you remember that where we all wore dress shirts? And I'm pretty sure I was wearing one of yours
for
someone.
Soundtrack to a Revolution.
Yeah.
It was just posted on the Diabolical discussion
okay.
page,
Was it?
and someone pointed out my face and was like, "What are you?"
But then we
so
also
angry
did,
about?
and we also did that Usual Suspects
Yeah.
lineup.
Yes,
Oh, I
yes.
love that.
Yep, that
I
was
love-
in Rockford.
I love the
We did that
idea
at the
of that.
Cup of Joy, wasn't that? At
Were
the
we
Cup of Joy?
wearing those outfits like regularly when we played? I don't remember that.
No, I don't think
Just
we
for the
were.
picture.
Just for the picture.
Well, it was a special day,
It was.
as you could tell from the photos.
Do you remember? Sorry. Do you remember when we started playing and we were doing the white T-shirts, black pants? I guess maybe that was you guys.
Yeah,
have
we
done
did
that
white
several
t-shirts
times, but yeah,
yeah, we did that for a lot.
yeah. And I always just felt like a Mormon.
What was worse was when we were doing right out of the gate. We were doing the short sleeve
the
white
cutoff.
shirt with a tie and khaki shorts.
Khaki shorts.
Khaki shorts. That was brutal. Like looking back on that was brutal.
But that was also like the style, I guess.
kind of
For ska?
Yeah. It was still. I mean, like for ska, I mean,
might have
people were
still
still
been a
rocking
stretch.
suits,
Yeah.
or it was like the suits, or it was Rude Boy,
Right.
and all of a sudden we're in khakis
Yeah.
and like shorts.
Detroit ska.
Yeah, it was brutal. I remember when I was finally like, can we abandon this and just wear what we want? It was like, I don't care if like there's something special every now and then, but if we're playing for 200 kids in Wichita
Right.
on a Wednesday night, can we just wear
200 kids in Wichita would be a great.
that'd be
a great turnout.
Those kids came to see the khakis.
I would play. Yes, I would play for 200 kids in Wichita.
Yes, you're correct. The khakis would be on at that point because we had to do our thing.
But let's be honest, we did go with the uniform
Yeah, no, I mean
because we were trying to get away from, I don't know, people being barefoot.
Yes, or wearing
wearing-
sandals.
Wearing sandals.
Yeah. So Todd.
Or
we say names.
homemade Red Wing shirts.
Yes, yes. We name names on this show because we
Might as
just
well.
do. Yeah, you might as well. Because if you can't laugh about it now, who cares, right?
But there was a point where it was like, no, we
Yeah.
should all wear the same thing
Yeah.
because
So Todd, our percussionist, would like come out. We're all trying to have some semblance of looking like we're in the punk ska scene.
Right.
And then there were some that took it. So Todd would come out in his white shirt and tie, short sleeve, khaki pants that were just nut huggers. Like they weren't baggy. Like they
Right.
weren't baggy dickies.
Right.
They were like Docker shorts, and we were like, oh dear Lord. And then you
Pleated.
yeah, and back then they stopped 2 inches above his knee. Back then, when all other shorts were going mid shin,
Right.
you know, and his were stopping 2 inches above the knee, and you were like, "Dear God, is he like running a
they'd
race?"
work.
Yeah, they would
Oh,
work
yeah,
now.
now he would
and then
be-
he would wear sandals, and not. I'm not talking like thong sandals. I'm not talking Birkenstocks.
Teva?
Yeah, I'm talking like Teva, like the strappy Jesus sandals. Like he would wear those, and it was just like, are you kidding me? Like any conversation I just had with a kid that made me look kind of cool and punk rock, I'm on stage doing high kicks with this guy.
boy.
You know, it was just like, are you kidding me? Oh, that was something. That was a trip.
But I always felt like whenever we would try to do a uniform that was like, oh, this will be cool,
It was never cool.
Well, it would be cool for like a couple people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it didn't. It certainly did not fit. Everyone.
No.
I just think
No.
you can't look back now and
Zane
ever.
looked cool in black.
Oh, for
pants,
sure. No,
black
but
Dickies
and
with a
even,
white
and even
t-shirt.
that.
He looked awesome.
Well, Sing and Al and Bram all looked fine in those pictures. I think we're just all wearing really big shirts. And,
We were all trying to hide our side.
yeah.
And the funny thing is, we
didn't love our. I know we didn't love our
Well, I
body.
didn't because I wore one of your shirts because mine was too tight.
And then me and Nate talked about it last time, like the bodies that we had back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
That I wouldn't take my shirt off at the beach
Right.
back then. If I had that body now,
Yeah.
are you kidding
Oh, if
me?
I had your body now,
You can have it. You can have it after.
keep on with this American Liquor Co. vodka, brought to you by the Love.
It is. It's perspective. It is.
Oh no, but it's like that. What? So that was like Soundtrack to Revolution was 2002, 3.
Man, 2000 was it 2005?
No, because I
No?
moved to LA
don't
like in
even know.
2004, I think. So,
Okay, yep. So,
Anyways,
2002.
I mean, anytime you look back on that's not too far in the distance, but far enough. Everything's way dated.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
everything looks
Yeah.
back, so.
I felt like there was a video
Oh, there was.
that you had made.
I did a video of our whole tour for
Yeah.
that album. It got lost in my divorce.
Seriously?
Well, not like she got the rights.
She was
to it.
like, I'm taking this is
You can have the house. You can have it.
Jerry,
But
go.
like, it was just like everything that I just misplaced and didn't care about. you
Yeah,
know?
no,
And
I have a lot of that stuff, too.
Really bummed about it. Like, I still will like search because I know that I had posted. Like I made
Did
a
you do a
video,
Call to Arms?
video
Yeah.
that was on MySpace, and now
Oh,
I mean that stuff isn't there anymore. So
It's on someone's space.
Yeah.
someone's space.
yeah.
your
Justin
space.
Timberlake, doesn't he own MySpace?
Probably.
Yeah, he does.
But no, I mean I hate that because I just filmed like every show and just all the van rides and
No, I felt like you had.
Do you guys remember I had
Yeah.
that tape recorder?
Yes.
I had like the tape
Yes.
recorder. If you guys, if you've ever seen Home Alone 2, and Kevin had the Talk Boy, I had something similar. Like you could record your voice, and then you could speed it up and slow it down. I used to record everything
That's awesome.
in the van.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do.
Have you listened to it?
No. No, I have it. It's
That
in,
would be amazing.
Actually, you know what? Now that you mention it, no, I don't have it. I lost it in my divorce too. I had it. The bin that I'm thinking that I had it in is no longer with me. So I lost that in my first divorce as well. But it was in a bin that got ruined in the flood of 2004. So it was in that. But so I had this like Talk Boy, and we would talk into it. We'd say all this crap, just this stupid,
And we'd
ridiculous stuff.
rewind it fast, like
yeah,
that.
we'd rewind it and play
We
it
would laugh
slow.
so hard.
Oh, we would die laughing. I'm a little bit drunk. Yeah,
And no-
I'm a little bit drunk.
But nobody was drinking back then.
No, nobody.
Which is the
Great part of that story.
Yeah,
But Nate and I were taking walks around the churches and smoking before the show.
yeah, I know.
And then the promoters were like,
Looking at a
You
sad.
guys-
Oh,
I just hugged that guy. And,
Yeah.
so
we
the
thought
rest of
you
the
guys
so
were
the rest of the
Christian
insiders,
He
right?
smells like cigarettes.
I remember you and I.
Smoking at like a rest area.
Yeah.
And like getting back.
We got back in the van and we got talking to from the whole van.
And everybody was mad.
They were disappointed.
Yeah.
We were the reason that
The tour was losing money.
Right.
yeah.
because
Yeah.
the
yeah.
Lord had lifted His favor.
Right.
from
Yeah,
us.
exactly. Yeah. If it would have been cigars, no one would have
No,
cared.
yeah.
But
Right.
You guys were just
Having pipes.
ripping down darts, and it was like, come on now, come on. Like,
We were stressed.
You have no
But,
idea
hey,
what it was like for me.
Well, guys, what was there to be stressed about?
Yeah.
We were past our prime out on tour. Like, what's the big deal?
Oh my gosh.
There was, there was 8 of us in a conversion van.
And we were on tour with
Dogwood,
Number One Gun.
number one gun, yeah. Right? Yeah, Dogwood, number one gun.
And where are those guys now?
Exactly.
Josh, I talk to. I text
from
him all the
Dogwood?
time on Dogwood. Yeah, he actually does. Josh does a. I've started texting him probably in the last month. He got a hold of me, and he does a podcast
Really?
where he pairs food. So like he's a foodie. He's like a food critic. He pairs food with music.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a great idea.
So he's got
Write
like
it down, Michael.
we're gonna do it here on the.
You can be Detroit's food critic that pairs music with food.
I'm gonna pair it with shoes.
What would a
I
Kid
pair
Rock meal
podcasts
be?
with whatever. A Kid Rock meal.
Yeah. I know you're already working on the menu. aren't you?
We'll get back to you.
It ends with cigarette ashes in a ice cream bowl.
Yeah.
And tears, just
man.
tears, just a glass of tears with American Liquor Company vodka. You do half tears and then half.
I remember there being a lot of fun when Michael joined the band.
For sure, because that was Kyle leaving.
Yeah, Kyle left. I joined.
So Kyle was
and Michael
gone.
came in.
And I knew you guys. I think I met Bo first, and then
Yeah, probably.
and then I met through Bo. I met the rest of you guys, and I was in a band with Cal, who you and Cal were good friends.
Yes,
yes.
Mode.
Oh, you produced our
Yeah.
demo.
Yes, I
Man.
did. I did.
You know what?
That's rich.
It's funny.
No, tell me about that.
No, like,
tell us the
it's funny
circle.
because I have actually pretty good memories of playing with Mode, but it was, it's one of those things where you're in a band and you want it to be a specific thing, but it never is going to be that specific thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I felt like Mode was. It was like, who knows, at that point I probably wanted it to be like Radiohead or something, and it was just never going to be fully that
Yeah.
because of everybody else in the band.
Because you weren't
Because
radio.
everyone else had opinions. Yeah.
No, not because of me too, but I'm just saying.
Because it turns out we weren't Radiohead.
But yeah. So, but I recently found that demo.
Oh, you
It
didn't
was
lose that in
not-
divorce.
No, I didn't because Cal has it.
I have
Cal
it on my
might
phone.
have my thing. Anyways, it's not great, but it's not as bad as I remember.
I have it on my phone. I think it's actually I think it's good.
I don't remember
Like,
it at all.
I mean, I don't listen to it thinking that like I had anything to do with it. I listen to it thinking you guys. I think it's good.
I gotta tell you my favorite Mode story. So we did a show.
This one doesn't include you, Joe.
Yeah,
You're gonna like
Joe,
it.
Take a seat. So we go to we play at Nate's Coffee House.
Yeah, the
in
Divine Cup.
Rockford, right, Rockford. And we drive out there, and Nate's like, it's gonna be a great show. We got like 2 other bands. Then we show up, and there's a sign on the door, and it says, "Due to unfortunate circumstances, the only band that will be playing tonight will be Mode. Our apologies."
Well, because I think you were supposed to be playing.
With like a big band.
Yeah, with like a national act.
Yeah.
And then they ended up having to cancel for
So
whatever
it's just
reason.
us.
And I remember that sign having sad faces
Yeah,
on it as
yeah.
well.
After our interview, the last time we interviewed a few weeks ago, we had talked about our first show at the Fringe. And I don't know if listeners picked up on this, but I picked up on it. And we talked about our first show being at the Fringe and who it was with, Axelson and stuff. I think that was our first show at the Fringe. And
Okay.
again, this forum right now that we're doing, if you think of a story, throw it out. That's all we're doing tonight. So if one thing makes you think of one thing, it doesn't matter if it
That'll
ties
be
in.
edited out, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. It'll all sound professional. Our first show was at the Palladium on the east
oh,
side.
you're so right.
It was at the Palladium. Our
See?
very first show was at the Palladium.
Yep.
We played with Mustard Plug, and we played with who was supposed to be Slapstick was supposed to be there. One of my favorite
Right.
bands of all time. They got caught in a snowstorm coming from Chicago. They weren't able to play, so it was us. There was one more band. It was us. We opened, and I don't know if it was Parka Kings and then Mustard Plug,
I
and then it should have been
feel
Slapstick, but
like
Slapstick wasn't there.
It was the gosh, I don't want to say the Eclectics, but they're
Exceptions.
I think it was the exceptions. I think the exceptions jumped on.
Did they?
Yep. Because
If I remember correctly, Jim, who was the trombone player for the Exceptions, is the one who booked the show.
Okay.
Which is funny because I can remember details now, but I would not have remembered that. And then Jim became the trombone player for Mustard Plug.
Okay.
so.
And
he's
that
still
was our
doing that.
that was our first show ever, and they let us do like 20 minutes. It was so again we're these rookie Christian trying to make an imprint in this
In
world.
short sleeve white shirts with khaki
khakis
shorts.
And Tivas.
And it was thigh high stocking night. Do you
Oh,
remember
yes.
that?
I
if
remember
girls came and the rude girls wore their pleated skirts with their thigh high nylons,
Yep.
if they lifted up their skirts and showed their thigh highs, they got in for like half price.
Which I would say hasn't aged well.
That doesn't.
No.
Looking back, that's probably cancel culture.
Yeah,
I mean, shame
don't
on the
think
Palladium.
I don't think that would go now.
Did it work
but
for- was
all
Todd-
of those
was-
girls
was
did
Todd
get
in
in
for free?
for a discount. So
Yeah. So
Todd was definitely showing some thigh high.
Oh, and you remember Steve
shorts.
Diaz?
Yes.
Steve Diaz was our
Yes.
original trombone player. If you guys have our 7-inch rockin' the hubcat
7
Yep.
inches.
on the back,
I think it was 8 inches.
yeah,
But-
on the back, there's a chubbier guy with the porn mustache.
Yep.
The late Steve Diaz.
Beautiful eyes.
Yeah, phenomenal guy. Passed away a few years ago of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing guy. Left the Insiders. Went to Haiti. Ran an
Mm-hmm.
orphanage in Haiti.
in School for the Blind.
Yep. And ended up when everything went down in Haiti, he was like rescued. He had to get out and everything, and came back here to the U.S. and then ended up passing away of cancer. But Steve was one of our first guys, and he was so uncomfortable in his own skin. And here are these like 15-year-old girls showing their thigh highs, and Steve was like, "I shouldn't be here," because he was older than us.
And he was our youth pastor.
And he was our youth pastor. So
Yeah.
we're
Oh my
18 years old,
I
and
don't
he
think
was.
I've ever met him.
Oh,
Maybe
he was amazing.
Maybe
How old was he when we were 18?
He was probably
45.
28.
Was he?
Probably 10 years older, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "I should not be here. I
But-
should not be here." And that was his last show.
But
he
he was-
played one
Oh,
show.
really?
And was
Was
done.
he?
And then,
Well,
Mike
and then he
Rowland
was
came
like,
along.
Mike,
gotcha.
I think you should probably.
yeah.
But Mike was like 26.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was
And
like-
Mike was like, "I'm in."
wow.
But Steve was the youth pastor at the church, and then he handed off to Mike, who was the janitor at the church at that time.
Yeah.
So, kept it in the
The
family.
least of these.
Yeah. Again, it was always awesome. I always tell Reese that with the Insiders, it was so rad being a part of the Salvation Army. If a horn player ever went down,
Right.
we never had to make more than 2 phone calls, and we had another guy in there. I mean, it was fantastic, just that wealth. And now, my job that I have now, I interact with a lot of high schoolers. And the other day, I was talking to a kid. He's dragging this big old instrument case into school. I'm like, "What's that?" And he's like,
At the roofing
a
school.
sax. And I go, "Is it a bass sax?" And he goes, "No, a baritone sax." And I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Hey, come find me at lunch." I go, "Do you know what ska is?" He's like, "No." And I always tend to think, if I could tell these band geeks nowadays, you don't have to sit there in a chair with sheet music in front of you. You can be cool and be in bands and do
Ever heard
cool
of Steely
things.
Dan?
Right, exactly.
You know Steely Dan kids in Chicago. It's not just a city or a style of pizza.
Right.
It's a groundbreaking sound.
Yeah. So I was gonna introduce this kid. He blew me off. She didn't come around. He didn't find
Excuse me, I'm still talking to you. Please.
Pursue him.
I will. I'm gonna hunt him down tomorrow.
Hey, buddy, here's my Spotify playlist for you.
Speaking of, you have a holiday Spotify playlist tradition.
Yeah.
What year are you on?
I think it's 16.
Really?
14, 16.
Oh wow, I thought you were gonna say
And anybody can listen.
Yeah, so
let people know.
I in the past I used to literally, this is how cool I am. I would literally just find the most obscure weird Christmas music, because I love Christmas music, but I get
You're understating.
I love Christmas and I love Christmas music, but I always get I
Michael,
get tired of
You're a fanatical about
I am,
Christmas.
it's true. Yeah. So I would
Can I interrupt
Yeah.
and just tell you my favorite Christmas
Yeah.
album? Bad Religion. Christmas.
I don't know that.
It's the
maybe
greatest.
for next year.
It's phenomenal. It's Bad Religion singing Christmas songs.
Is it traditional?
bet it's
Is it
really
Traditional
Christmas
yeah.
song?
They leave Jesus and everything. They leave everything is
I like Bad
exactly
Religion.
how it is. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I
So
would
go
have
on,
never
go on.
thought that Bad Religion did a Christmas.
Yep.
No, I
It's
just
fantastic.
think I've just put out stuff that's kind of weird, not weird where it's obnoxious, but just off the cuff. Now it's whatever I'm feeling. So it would be one of those download on the internet only, because I used to have a Christmas blog. So, but now it's just on Spotify. But whatever. It's fun.
And what is it called?
It's always been Mikey's Christmas mix,
I have
whatever the year. So yeah, if you go to look me up on Spotify, ThePinkLoy, not a D because I forgot to put the D when I made my account. And
so what does that spell?
The Pink Loy, because
Rather than
because
Lloyd.
when I was
American liquor company.
because when I was 18 and I was like, oh, email address, let's find this. The Pink Lloyd, my last name's Lloyd. I like Pink Floyd when I'm 18.
Oh,
and
you
it's
know
like-
what? I've never made that connection.
So the Pink
till
Lloyd.
just now.
Anyways, this is nobody cares about this.
They do.
sense.
They do.
Lloyd.
We
Okay.
have
I
pretty
actually
rad
like that.
fans that will look
Well, you know
this
what?
up.
Okay, I will actually post a link to
Does
the
it
new
do
mix
it?
on the
If-
Pickle and Boot Shop.
I
So
love
if-
it.
yeah,
I love
I
what
was
you
gonna
do.
say,
It's really good. Yeah.
If you look at your thing, does it say like how many people have like downloaded your thing
Yeah,
or
it will.
gone?
I think so.
You'll have an uptick.
At least for me, yeah.
We have a good 900 listeners a week, and so
I mean, I think
Even
when
if
A
I
little
say,
peek behind the curtain.
yeah.
When I say that you listen to,
Different music.
Yeah.
You do. You're
I do.
very
No, I know.
selective, and you have a. I think that the phrase that they would say is that you're a curator,
Yeah, I agree.
and so
especially
you're,
with your vinyl.
yeah.
Like when you post those pictures on Instagram of like, I'm like,
You're like,
where in
what
the
is that?
world did you find this?
Totally.
No, I do like everything. It's funny too because it's, I came to the Insiders with like no ska background. Liked a bit of it. Liked punk. I grew up in my teen years. I was always like in hardcore bands, and
and sitting on roofs, if I remember correctly.
oh yeah, well taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
your band photo was
was on a roof.
Absolutely.
That
Well,
you're one of the
hardcore
guys'
bands.
house. Yeah. Of course.
It either has to be in an alley
Yeah.
or on a
On a
rooftop.
rooftop.
Yeah.
or by the railroad.
Yep.
Which just lets you know how serious they are.
Yeah,
So
we're
serious.
serious and we're tough. Yeah.
So, but it's funny because I think like soundtrack holds up more. It's like I feel like it's the least traditional ska up to that point.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
But it was what was, Joe and I were talking about last time. It's kind of like up until soundtrack, like Motor City Ska was definitely authentic. That
Yeah.
was like who we were.
I actually,
So,
I
like,
think that album
was great.
holds up.
Skyluya was a pet project
Sure.
that we had played with these other stuff.
Right.
Fight of My Life is the worst album.
Yeah.
That ever
Yeah.
was done.
Yes. Yes.
I'm being serious. Like it's
Yeah.
it's absolutely
William
horrible.
Hung.
It is-
William Hung's album was
it's so-
better
yeah.
than Fight of My Life.
Like, and part of it is because we didn't. For one, we didn't know like what we were doing.
Sure.
And we hired someone who was supposed to know what they were doing,
right.
and they didn't as the producer.
Yeah.
Barrett Jones.
Yeah,
And the producer came in and tried to create or morph us into a band that we weren't.
Right.
It was actually I was talking about this last week. Fight of My Life was the album that would introduce the click track to me
Okay.
when we were recording it.
Oh, really?
I remember that.
You don't do that
No.
to a drummer.
Yeah.
I
I should have been playing to click 3 months,
Sure.
6 months before that, if that was the plan.
Do you feel like it affected your drumming on the
absolutely!
record?
I hate it. I absolutely hate that.
I don't.
album.
I don't think I've even listened to that full.
it did destroy. I
Was
mean,
Fight of My Life the album we recorded with R. Kelly in the R. Kelly
Yeah,
studio?
yeah.
And while R. Kelly
I heard
was-
some weird things about him.
Did you know?
you know that hasn't aged well either.
Yeah.
That was in Chicago, and we brought in this gentleman named Barrett Jones, who I think if we actually do the research now, I think he lied on his resume. Because we brought him in because we liked the tone quality of the Foo Fighters. And he was supposed
Was he a
to
mixer?
well, he was supposed to have been the producer for the Foo Fighters, but actually, if you go into it, he was like an
Mixer.
intern. like
Gotcha, yeah.
he was probably, like
Looking at
setting up
mics.
He is.
mics.
I will tell you this. He is. I don't know his exact distinction, like what his title was, but even in the last Foo Fighters documentary that they did,
Yeah.
he's a major part of it.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he
Well, I
was,
might have misunderstood.
He was a major player in Nirvana.
Really?
on their Bleach album.
Well, we missed it.
Yeah, and then Foo Fighters, he was a big deal, and still to this day, he's a big. Him and Dave
Interesting.
Grohl are tight, and Dave Grohl
Okay.
takes his opinion. He didn't know jack shiz about us.
The thing is, too, like if you've never worked with a ska band,
Sure.
there's no way you're gonna like. I mean,
and
who knows what his
young,
background is?
Really
but,
young
yeah.
musicians. I mean, we were, even Fight of My Life, like, we were
You guys
probably.
are fighting for your lives up there.
Well, we were
and the first time we
probably
met him, his
into
dong was
three-
out.
Yeah, so when he
same
came
with
out
me.
to see us, you're like,
you're
to see
hired,
us,
pal.
and he talked to us for like an hour and a half,
Hired, pal.
and the whole time his fly was open, and we're like,
And like Kyle's like batting it around. Kyle's like, look at this, his fly is down. And he's like, oh my gosh. And he like zips his he was commando.
Yeah.
He lands at the airport, he lands in Oklahoma City. What was it called? The Crush or something like that? We were playing with Living Sacrifice.
yeah, I was watching Living Sacrifice 2 nights ago.
Living
Yeah.
Sacrifice is honestly one of my favorite bands.
Yeah. So we're playing with Living
the Crush
Sacrifice.
Warehouse.
Barrett Jones comes into Oklahoma. They pick him up from the airport. They bring him to the show. Like he doesn't go to the hotel, nothing. He gets off, he gets out of the van, starts to walk in. We were brought out like, hey, Barrett, these are the insiders. He's like, hey guys, his hands are in his pockets. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? His fly's down and his dong is hanging out.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wait, so no underwear?
No, he was going commando.
No, just total commando. And like,
He's like, I only record 6 inches.
yeah.
I think it was 8.
And Kyle just looks right at his dong and is like, dude, smack, kind of bats it around a little bit. It's like, dude, your fly's down. And he's like, oh my God. Like that was our introduction to the guy.
Oh man.
Now we hit it because of that, we hit it off with him pretty good.
No, he was actually a good
It's just
guy.
he had no clue what to
Sure.
do ska-wise.
and also like the album itself didn't get the pre-production that it should have, and we were super contentious. At
Isn't
that
it?
point.
Yeah.
Isn't it like very thin? I'm trying to remember because I haven't listened to it. Is it like record like?
So the swing music
Yeah.
hit big time.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that's right.
so, like, after that-
and
after
you guys
that-
are wearing like
Yep.
all the gangster.
Yep. After that third wave of ska,
Chicago 20s, not like
Yeah,
1990s
Yeah,
LA
yeah,
gangster.
the era,
Not NWA.
Yeah.
more like mafia.
Right, there we
If
go.
you will.
Yeah.
And if you embrace the mafia but you don't like gangs, then you're probably racist. But the thing is, that album was horrible. It was really sad. Like, it was a sad experience on the backside of it. But the one redeeming quality was that there
Your
were two
backside.
songs. There were 2 songs that Tim was like, these songs are great, and they didn't get captured well. So he hired Paul Hampton
Yeah.
from the Skeletones
Yeah.
to come in and meet with us and to redo 2 of the songs. So we remember that? We
Yeah.
went out to LA. They had a studio. And they had this great, like, probably one of the craziest engineers I've ever met, who had done like all the Skeletone albums, Rancid out, like all sorts of stuff. And we go into the studio, and if you think of a drum kit,
I'm thinking about it right now.
I'm sitting behind this drum kit,
Paint
and
this
all of
picture.
a sudden, he raises my hi-hat to be the height of my crash cymbals.
Oh, weird.
Okay? And I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, well, and this guy he was like a mad scientist. He's like, oh, well, this way all of the cymbals are hitting at the same time. Whereas I'm like, yeah, but no, I'm playing like, I got my hand over my head.
Like you look like Donkey Kong with one hand above your head and one on your stomach.
And again, why are we doing this right before we track? I should have been practicing this way for the last 3 months if I would have known that we were going to do this. But what's funny is that Paul Hampton is like this legendary ska keyboardist. If you watch like No Doubt videos, Paul's in it, like, because Paul had his hand in all this stuff, and he comes in and meets with us and turns one of our, what I would say was like a pocket ska tune, Forgive and Forget.
Right. He
turns it into a straight hardcore tune. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like, it exists. It's out there. I'll post it. It is on par with like, at that point, Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Yes.
Pretty aggressive.
Yes. Great call. Great call.
But it's.
Oh, I wanna hear it.
I mean, it's beyond that. Like it was to the
I've never
point that
heard
I was like pulling like hardcore.
Like you should be a hardcore band now.
No. But like the beats that I was playing were like, oh, I used to play these, and it was like full on.
Have you ever
hardcore.
played like that again with your hi-hat raised up?
No, it's a horrible idea, and it doesn't even make sense.
Right.
But this was the guy also who said to. So Bo was tracking the bass, and you played with Bo.
Yeah.
So Bo's not a musician, and he'll tell you that. And so Bo has been in there trying to record the bass.
Right.
And they get to this spot with Paradise. And the producer's really trying to inspire Bo.
Probably the best bass line ever.
Oh, absolutely.
That Insiders did.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
Paradise. Yeah.
Yes. And so he's like, okay, he's like, okay, you're playing it, but I'm not feeling it. You're playing it, but it's like, oh, he's in the band. He's like, I want you to play it like you're standing at the front of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo hit it.
Really?
Hit the lick. And the guy was like, yes. He's like, you're at the front of the stage. And so we never let Bo live that down.
Oh.
So we'd always be like, come on, Bo, like play it like you're at the front of the stage. but it was a boom, doom, doo,
It's such a great song,
like that. I understood what he was
Yeah,
saying.
dude.
Yeah.
But all that to say, the Barrett Jones part of it was rough.
Sure.
The Paul Hampton part of it was super fun. But that's what we were coming off of.
I remember going into the studio with Paul, and I remember like coming in the next day, and he was talking about stuff, and he was like, yeah, we need to redo this and redo that. And I was thinking like, why did we have to like redo the, like the part that we had done the day before? Like what made it so we had to, and he was like, oh, Angelo from Fishbone came in last night, and I was like, what? I was like, you had Angelo in here, you didn't call us? Like, I didn't get to meet this guy? Like, Angelo Moore, right? His last name's Moore. And I'm just thinking, like, are you kidding me? Angelo from Fishbone was in here listening to our stuff, critiquing it, giving you suggestions, and that guy is so brilliant that we came in, no questions asked. It was, this needs to be redone. And we were like, okay.
Okay. And so now, if you Truth and Soul, like that Fishbone album, if you're familiar with Fishbone, and then you listen to the Forgive and Forget that I will make available to the public, even if I get sued, it's okay.
I
mean, who's gonna track you down?
No, come on, guys. But honestly, if you listen to it, you're like, oh, of course, it's It's Fishbone.
Oh,
the drum part is all Fishbone. Like the whole tune, like it's very interesting, and like I think that there's some of those like very interesting connections that like a lot of the guys in the band, they were just like showing up. They didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't listen to.
No, they
any of
didn't.
that.
Right.
They didn't.
They played horn or whatever.
It
And-
was mostly our horn. Like, it was most of our band. Like, Bo did not get off stage and listen to ska. He listened
Right.
to Keith Green.
Oh, sure.
To
be inspired.
Yeah, like Bo didn't listen to ska and punk. Bram listened to a little bit of punk. Sang. He listened
He
to
likes Chicago.
Yeah, Sang
In
listened to
Chicago
more
was
like
so much that he lived there.
Skavoovie and the Epitones. Or is it Epitones or Epiphones? Like Skavoovie and the Epitones. Like Sang listened to more of that like instrumental ska.
Isaac Green and the Scholars.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then Al just did Al. Like Al liked like who's the dude with the big cheeks? Dizzy Gillespie.
Sure.
Like Al just
Al
loved,
liked Cake.
Yeah.
Al liked pocket music, where like if you drums and bass were in a
Presidents
pocket.
of the United States of
Exactly.
America.
Yep.
Like I remember Al thinking like, I got a kitty on my foot and I want to touch it.
Yeah.
Kitty on my foot and I want to touch it. Like I remember Al thinking that was the greatest song ever made. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like you're kidding me. Oh, it was awful.
But all that to say, the next project was Scholarlia 2.
Right.
Again, a pet project, not writing our own stuff. We actually did write a couple tunes for it, but we carried over that relationship with Paul. So as far as I'm concerned, I think the best ensemble album we ever put out was Scholarlia 2. As an ensemble.
Sure.
But that ensemble extended into Kip from the Skeletones.
Yes.
a couple of the dudes from Jeffrey's fan club, like
Right.
Ben West.
The Disneyland ragtime band.
yeah. Oh,
players.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, but where's Ben
Nate-
West now?
but that.
Yeah. Woo! What's he doing?
Ben West.
What's he doing?
I mean, no, you do know what he's doing.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, just
He's,
making sure.
he's written multiple platinum songs for Pink.
Yeah.
For
He
Lady
was-
Antebellum.
He was a ranger for Glee.
yeah.
Like, I mean,
Oh, I didn't know
he's-
that.
Oh, yeah.
he's done, like,
So you guys,
everything.
Ben's ridiculous.
So you guys, the guy that we're talking about, Ben West, was a guy who we knew locally. He was a music leader for a church in
and
our
a
area.
beautiful man with beautiful hair.
And a fantastic guy with great cabbage, great salad on the head. And so we needed someone to play keys for us, background, and plus he just had a good ear. He was a great, he was the music pastor for a big
He
church.
could have done any of our parts better than we did.
in his sleep.
Yes.
In his sleep.
Yeah.
And so we brought him on and he did that. And if you were ever at Cornerstone during our later years, like the last couple years,
Yeah,
if you were at
main
a
stage.
festival,
Yeah.
if you were at a festival and the insiders were there, we would bring Ben and he would play keys. And Ben went on to write songs for Pink, write songs for, I believe, well, I said Lady Antebellum, but I think that's racist now, so I think it's just Lady A.
Okay.
And so
we are addressing a lot of race issues.
we are.
which is
That's
good.
what we do here on Pickle and Boot Shop. We're also trying to end Satanism by 2022. So
Seems like a good goal.
If you guys have anything to add to that, feel free. But we are trying to do those two things. It may have actually got pushed back to 2023
Because of COVID.
Because of COVID, and we found something more important that I can't think of right now
Gotcha.
that we are going to end by 2022. So. Yeah, so that's who we're talking about. Ben, who was our our keys guy, and he went on to do amazing things. Now, you said he did what? Like he did Pink. He did. You said Glee.
He did Glee. Yeah, he was an arranger for Glee because they would.
Holy smoke.
They take hit songs and then change it.
Yeah.
They would spin it for a
Right,
full group or whatever.
Yeah.
And he would
Arrange it.
write all those arrangements.
But we've all gone on to do amazing things. I mean,
guys, I played the Sanctuary last night, and there was about 35 people there.
Yeah,
20 of them were in bands.
yeah. I played
Eight of them were on
I
staff.
played Silent Night for my girlfriend last night on guitar, and she was like, "When are you going to stop?"
What time is this over?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, How many songs are you going to play? Because Hallmark movies on TV. Yeah.
So, Michael, coming out of that huge production, I mean, that was Mountainside.
sure.
Literally, we recorded Skylia 2 at the Maranatha.
Yeah, I remember
Plays.
hearing about that. Yeah. Well,
Studio.
was that still with that was with Steve, right? Steve Taylor?
No, that was with a guy
Skylia
named
1,
Dan
right? Okay,
Garcia.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Dan Garcia is noted for being the curator of the Waterboy soundtrack. You guys remember that?
Yeah. Wow.
Adam Sandler. But we heard that, and we were like, yeah, get him.
Yeah, I mean,
Get that
Critically
guy.
acclaimed Waterboy.
soundtrack.
Dan was a wonderful man. He was very, very patient.
That was his like huge house,
Yeah.
right? That was on the canyon.
well, no, that was the actual.
Was that Laguna Beach?
Yeah,
that
Maranatha
was-
Praise
Like
owns that house.
99, 2000,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
99 probably. But that, I mean, so like as far as like
I remember shooting a 3-point.
orchestration.
I remember shooting a 3-pointer at the basketball hoop, missing the hoop, and the ball just went in a canyon. Like
I
was
remember
like,
sitting
I
in
was
the
there
hot tub.
10 minutes.
You're like, that's
I w-
California.
I was there 10 minutes. I shot a shot, airballed it, and the ball just went down a canyon.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
And it was like,
do you
well,
remember
what do
when
we do?
we had to like outlaw basketball
No.
as a band?
No.
You don't remember this?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Cancel basketball?
Yeah. Texas. We were sleeping. We were like 5 of us were sleeping in that laundry room.
Laundry room?
Yeah, we stayed in a house in Texas.
You're not talking about the bakers.
Yes, I am.
Oh, Mama, it smells like boys in here.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about that on the show. It has been discussed.
So you don't remember this?
No.
So they had lived on a cul-de-sac.
Okay.
And they had a basketball hoop at the end of that cul-de-sac. And we thought, oh, we've got downtime. We should play basketball. There's a bunch of us in this band. We basically could do 4-on-4.
I'm drinking
And-
rum right now.
Oh, okay.
You know, we could do 4-on-4. It would be fun. it was not fun.
Fun.
It became highly competitive. I can remember Kyle being.
Oh, wow.
Kyle was furious because people were calling fouls, and he was like, "It's a street ball," you know, like.
Wow, I might be on his side for once.
I can remember Mike Rowland being like,
Oh.
"I'm gonna knock somebody out."
Mike was in the band then?
Yes. And I remember
Mike was in
Bo.
the band for Scalaluya too?
No. I'm talking about the Bakers.
Okay.
The Bakers.
Okay,
it was like our
okay.
first first main run, and they allowed us. Jimmy Swan Swan was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring you to Texas."
And Jimmy Swan's Little Honey.
Jimmy Swan's Little Honey, who is the cover of an Under Oath album. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
But
Julie, right?
yeah, so we
I'm
ended
friends
up
with her on Facebook and Instagram. She's a lovely woman. Jimmy Swan's Little Honey.
Yep. used to
We
call
all
her Jimmy
had
Swan's Little Honey.
because we all had crushes.
Again,
on her. We were
again.
like, are we going to Dallas?
Has
is
not
Julie
aged
going to be
well.
there? Is Julie going to be there? Yeah.
That's not aged
She
well.
has aged well.
Maybe.
The joke has not aged well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm listening to an episode of Pickle and Boot Shop about insider stories that I wasn't here for.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I can
That's
change
why I'm
it.
here.
I can
I'm
change
here
it.
for no. I'm kidding.
I just was thinking about basketball, and I remember Bo throwing elbows, and me thinking like Bo is not sporty in any way.
I don't remember.
Like-
I must not have been
Oh
there.
no, you were there.
I was?
oh yes.
I do not
I think
remember
that
this.
it might have been the one time that we played basketball, and then we were like, never again.
We just all walked away. We
Yeah.
all left it on the court.
We never spoke about it again.
All gave some, and some gave away. But it was like, never again.
Yeah.
We will
I
never.
do not remember that.
We already don't like each other. If you add competition.
Was that album like? How are you?
Oh, you talking about Scalaluya 2?
Is that what we're talking about?
No, but I like that. Scalaluya 2, I think, was the best.
You liked it? I hated Scalaluya 2.
You
I
should
think
have.
as an outsider.
I get it.
But as an outsider, at that moment at least, I do think that was a. I wouldn't. I love the first one. Sorry, I love the first album. I think it still holds up.
Me too.
Yeah.
No,
Me too.
no.
Motor City
Motor
Scott.
City
Okay.
Scott.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
I do think Scalaluya 2 was maybe the best sounding record.
Yes.
And I think that played a big part of me being able to listen to it.
Yeah.
I think Soundtrack was our best
Oh,
sounding.
no, up until that point.
No, up until that point.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So then coming out of Scalaluya 2
Yeah.
is where you come along.
Right.
So I'm just saying, think about that
We
progression.
poached you from mode.
when you came along, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was a big deal of like, where I talked about like that struggle with Kyle and not being able to understand him.
Sure.
Like it was a moment where I was like, I like everyone in the band.
Yes.
And that was different.
I remember.
Like, that was
I
totally
remember
different.
being with you, Nate, somewhere. I don't remember where. I just remember being in the setting, being with you, and me and you just had like a homie moment. And I remember. This is the God's honest truth. I swear on the health of my children. I remember having this moment with you that after years, me and you hadn't had one of these moments because band life just got crazy. And we had this moment where, like, me and you, wherever we were like, we are so thankful that Michael's in the band and it's not Kyle. And I remember you saying those words. You were like, Joe, I just gotta say, like, right now, I love everybody in the band. And I was like, me too.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't this have been 3 years ago?
Right.
You know, we'd still probably be going. You know, we'd still probably be trying to do something. But it was like, it was just so refreshing. But the wave had crashed and all that stuff.
Oh, sure. But then, but also like musically, I think we were trying to finally do what we wanted to always do.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Right.
So like so when you say, oh, I wasn't necessarily really into ska, that was actually the best
Sure.
part of it.
Yeah.
Is that you were showing up with
Oh, dude.
like being able to bring in melodic guitar parts in a different way.
Right. I mean, the hardest part of that album was me trying to. I've never
To actually play the ska.
play ska, like the upstroke. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
we had, one or two, like, kind of traditional ska record song, and, like, that was, like, over and over in the studio, just like, nope. And it was like, I wanted to be like, here, Royce, take the guitar. I don't care. Just play it. I honestly
And
don't
Royce was
care.
probably like,
He was like,
oh my gosh.
All right, you guys, we are going to bring the first freebie portion to an end. Pickle Peeps, we thank you so much for listening. We're going to keep going, and I also have a little story that's going to continue off this Royce issue for Soundtrack to a Revolution. But you guys, we want to thank you so much for listening to us. If you have not subscribed to the Patreon to get 4 to 5 free well, not free because you're paying for it, 4 to 5 extra hours of content a month, feel free to go to Patreon. The lowest subscriber level is $5. If you want to do that, amazing. If you don't want to do that, you just listen to the free portion. I would ask that you would ask somebody else. The biggest blessing you could give us is just try and turn somebody else onto this to listen to it. We just have a great time. You guys can always contact us and Daniel Rock at the Pickle and Boot Diabolical Discussion page on Facebook. You can go to our Instagram. You can message us, all that stuff. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. It's usually about a 2-hour turnaround, I think. Lately, things have been busy. You know, I am a quote-unquote roofer. I'll get more into that, I believe, on the next episode with Reese. But we've had some crazy stuff going on here in Michigan, so things have been nuts. I haven't been able to get back to you, all the messages, but I try. So anyway, you guys, please tell somebody else to listen to this. And those of you that said you're going to help us out any way you can, we will be getting in contact with you soon. And you will be hearing Reese very, very soon back on this podcast. So we want to thank you. We're going to say goodbye to you for the freebie portion.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And we're going to start on the paid portion coming up. All right, you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, paid people, we are going to continue. Now, Michael, you were saying that you got to the point where with the guitar and not being able to play ska.
Yeah, no, it was just like, so it's funny, when I came into the band, you guys had given me, I feel like a demo CD or something. But you were like, ignore all these guitar parts.
Yeah. Yes.
And like,
I remember
the tone
this.
and like all that, just listen to the songs. And then
we want you to bring your own tone.
Right.
Yep.
We want you to
I do remember
figure out how do we take the music to the next level.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And also stay true. So, I mean, like, because, like if you think about The Hunted.
Right.
The Hunted with your style and your influence became Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Sure.
Showdown.
What's it called?
Shootout. Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Those are they're near each other.
For sure.
They're close. But
we did The Hunted. I mean, there was a good amount of stuff that we didn't play. I mean, the amount of stuff that we played when I joined the band was we would play like the hits. But we also,
which was just an unbelievable list.
The amount of like straight up like clean tone ska, just like
went out the window. Yeah.
We weren't playing a lot of stuff for Motor City Ska.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did like that. That one of the things that I loved was you kind of brought that. You would still kind of do dirty guitar, but you would play that ska upbeat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I loved that. Man,
it was fun, and it was fun challenge. I mean,
I think I'm trying to think about or put the listener into your shoes. You're coming into an established ska band that has this history, but then you're actually writing new music and you're trying to track it, and the engineer is from the Suicide Machines.
No, the producer,
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Sky was the engineer.
Yeah.
Royce was the producer in his house.
Yeah, in his basement.
In his back room.
We tracked the drums at the
Let's say together Royal Music
Theater.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay,
because Bo and I would play with you.
Absolutely.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Did we at the Royal Oak Music Theater? I don't know why this is so stupid. This may not even make sense. Did something happen at the Royal Oak Music Theater where you played the drums and then we had to do them all over again and they had to like lay like plywood down on the stage? Does this sound familiar? I thought you did your drums, but it had such. There was something going on where we had to say, scrap it, take your drums off, lay down like sheet
It could be
not
because
sheet
there
metal,
was
but like
a,
plywood, and then put your stuff back on there and play it all again.
Could be.
The producer's like, I need sheet metal under these drums.
Yeah.
Like a tin roof.
Can someone flip a Zippo in a microphone?
When I worked with the Foo Fighters, they had galvanized sheet metal
Do you guys remember in the recording of Soundtrack to a Revolution when I crapped?
Dude, okay, here's my story. I have a story of me maybe misremembering a story.
Okay.
Because in my mind, in the story that I've told my child and my wife all these years, is we set up a microphone in a bathroom, and anytime one of us had to take a shit, we recorded it. But then you told a story, and it was like that you recorded one of yours.
Yes.
But I thought we had recorded all of ours.
I think there's a track out there somewhere.
Of
that
just
has
like
all
of
of
like
them.
like it's, if you played it from start to finish, it's like 2 minutes of just like diarrhea and like ploops and plops and
I don't know about that. I know that for me, I went to Tubby's. I got a large jumbo steak and cheese. And I came back, and for those of you that don't live in Detroit, we got this local, it's been around forever, since the 60s. It's called Tubby's. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going cold sub, I'm going Jersey Mike's. If I'm going hot sub, I'm going Tubby's. End of story. Tubby's steak and cheese.
I'm a little more farm to table, but whatever.
Is I understand. And so I got a Tubby's
Curator.
steak and cheese jumbo, which means double meat, double cheese. I ate it. After about 12 minutes in the studio, I had the rumbles. And so I had this, like, I was just for fun, like I was joking. I was like, dude, I'm about to have diarrhea. We should set up mics in the bathroom. And Royce was like, okay. And
He's
Sky
like, no,
was
it's already set up. Go for it.
Sky was like, all right, let's do it. So it took about 20 minutes to set up. There were 3 microphones. There was one for ambiance.
I thought we had it.
A room mic.
So I thought we did this earlier in the recording process, and then we all just like added to it.
Here's the thing. You guys may have, as far as I knew,
got you.
they set up for that moment for me. They may have left the microphones for the rest of you, but I was like, guys, I'm gonna tear this up. Let's get mics in there. And they were like, ha ha ha, let's do it.
Give me 45 minutes.
Yeah, there was a room mic. There was a mic that was. I wipe with my right hand.
So they put like a lapel on your
Yeah,
right
so
finger.
they had a mic to like the right. So when I lifted up my butt cheek, I don't know what it was. There was a mic to like my right. There was a mic to my left, and then there was a room mic that Sky had set up. And so it took 20 minutes to set up, but at the 12-minute mark, I'm like, I am about to explode. So I get in there. So they're like, okay, it's ready to go. We're hitting
Save
record.
it for the take.
Yeah, save it for the take. I get in there. I'm like, oh my gosh. I drop trowel and I blow it out. And as soon as my butt goes, I start laughing, which then it picks that up.
And it's on the record.
And it
Right?
kind of covers
Something's
up.
on the
Yes,
record
yes.
from that.
And so it kind of covers it up, and then we've all been there where it's like, and then it's. So is this for maybe 15 seconds? I'm dying laughing. Everybody's dying laughing. We stop. I clean up. It goes on. I have no clue whether they left the mics there or not. So your story may be correct. I just know it started.
It might be wrong though, but
I just know it started because of the Tubby steak and cheese.
Wait, are you saying you're saying that it stayed?
It's
stayed on the album
so-
somewhere.
And if you guys ever come through Detroit, stop at Tubby's and get a steak and cheese. It's an amazing
Mike your
sub.
shits. Listen, I remember in my mind that to answer your question first, I feel like there was a version, whether it was the album or on like
It was the demo.
The demo. Okay,
It was
the
demo.
it
was the pre, like what we sent to the record company to be like, hey, this is what we've done.
Oh no,
We
no,
put
not
that
like
at the
not
end
like
of
a
it.
full like. I feel like it was like buried. Like we said, let's like bury it in it.
Yeah.
But what I remember was in my mind, after you did that, then we just left it up, and then anytime one of us had to go, we just did, and then at the end of the record, we were like, well done, boys. We did it. Now let's sit and listen back to. We're like, who cares about the album? Let's hear that 3-minute cut.
Let's hear all the work.
Right.
that we've done.
All the work that we put in
Just
here.
plops and splashes and Rice Krispies.
And that's what I want.
faucets.
Snap, crackles, and pots.
That's so interesting. And Tim's probably like,
Well,
what did my money
Listen,
go
Don't you
towards?
remember? I remember there was a
Tim,
conversation.
Tim flew out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Tim, I think, flew out and like yelled at me because we were like, he was like, "How's the recording going?" Again, in my mind, "How's the recording going?" It's like, and I'm like, I got to work this week and stuff like that. I can be there
Oh,
here and there.
he
And
was
Tim's
so
like,
mad at you.
in Detroit, and I was like, "You gotta." I'm paying all this money for this record. You got to take time off. And I was
Oh,
like,
I remember
okay,
that.
all right, so,
I got an earful.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys got earfuls.
I got
just
yelled at.
laughed them
I got
off.
yelled
I was
at
like, this is
Tim for a
making
lot.
music, dude. This isn't anything. Like, this is ridiculous.
Did he take us out to eat dinner or something? One
He
night?
probably did.
Mongolian. I thought he was always good for a Mongolian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I was just thinking about for Roy, like being in the presence of Royce.
Yeah.
And for you to be trying to figure out how to do like the
I know.
upstroke of ska, and you're like sitting next
was
to
like- yeah.
one of. I mean, they're. What is it? What is the Vans album?
The Vans album.
Yeah,
what
the
do you mean?
Suicide Machines.
Oh,
with
Vans in my head.
but what is it?
Destruction by Definition.
Destruction by Definition.
Such a
That
good
is
album.
probably
and
one of
I
the
knew that
best.
album
It's
before
my.
I joined the band.
I will
too.
tell you guys this. I've said it on multiple podcasts.
Say it now.
My album, my most favorite punk ska album of all time. Destruction
Well,
by
I got so
Definition.
frustrated. Not at him.
Break the
I got
glass.
frustrated at me
Well, yeah.
because it was just like it was one of those things where it's like, and I feel like it was a moment where, like, there was too many people in the basement. No one was doing
Yeah.
anything, and they were just everyone was just like it felt like everyone was sitting looking at me, and I just was like, I don't even. Royce, he was totally fine. I had nothing against him, but I was like, I don't even like ska. I don't want to play. You play it, and it literally was just like I can't even think about doing this. And I remember he told me, he's like, whatever he said was just like, go outside, have a cigarette, figure it out. Like
Joe's gonna be mad at you
Joe's
when
gonna
you
be
come back
mad.
in.
You're gonna come in, smell like cigarette. Bo's gonna put his hand on me. Look,
Pray for ya.
We only got one life. Hope you're using it well.
figured it.
Wait, is that me or is that Bo?
That was you.
Oh, damn. That wasn't me.
No, Bo would have been like, "Hey, the Lord offers forgiveness." But,
Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't smoked and I haven't had a cigarette in long time.
like
You're like, but I vape
hour
like a
No.
in an hour and a half.
It's like that. Yeah,
time
suck
is
that
it?
robot.
No,
D.
but it was that was really frustrating, and I think it frustrated me so much because I was like, why is something that I had no idea this would be hard.
Right.
Like it's that weird technique of a specific style.
Yes.
Of that sounds like people will make fun of ska
Yes,
because
people
it's like
mock it.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's like no, it's
Put the guitar on and play it.
yeah.
No, absolutely.
And-
I'm 100% with you. Like there's
And that tone too.
Yeah,
like that
all
is
of it.
the worst. That is one of the hardest tones to get right
Yep.
that I've ever had to dial in. Is like that clean upstroke where it's just like, so
it's not a scratch.
right.
It has tone.
I don't like
It
it.
has depth.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's nice to listen to, but
hard to play.
Yeah, I always say it, people that are listening to this, it's going to sound like a broken record. I always say ska, people joke that it's the music kids think of when they're given mozzarella sticks, whatever that meme is. Like ska is the music that kids think of when they're given mozzarella sticks. But yet it takes, like, you can't be a crappy drummer in a ska band. If you're a crappy drummer in a ska band, your ska band sucks.
Right.
If you're a crappy bass player, because if you think about it, ska is like the horns drive it, the bass is right there with it, and then the guitar is like kind of the third layer of the onion or whatever. And so but that's integral too because of that upstroke and stuff. So if you're a crappy drummer, you're a crappy ska band. If you're a bad bass player, you're a crappy ska band. If you're a bad guitar player, you're a crappy ska band. And if you're like the kids like, oh, we're starting a ska band and I got these three, a trumpet player, a sax player, and a trombone player from our high school marching band. Well, if those kids suck, it's everything is on show. And so everything it might be a style of music that sounds simple, but the sausage making behind it is not simple.
And you have to write with an ensemble in mind, which is why I celebrate the Skylarrier 2 album so much. Is because to me it was like, it was the best ensemble writing, but I don't think it was the best ska album, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, I think soundtrack, I actually think
The soundtrack's not the best
Songbook
album.
Well, but of the version that we did.
Oh yeah. No, I think
Of the version that we did, it's the best, like, those are the best punk ska.
It was a different. It's totally
For more shows like this one, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.